Okay, so this is our porcelain tile, ceramic or porcelain tile. It's been sealed with the GlazeGuard wet look. And look how well it turned out. You can see the difference. This is unsealed, this is sealed with the GlazeGuard. That's the gloss finish. So today we're going to talk about the prep, the tools and the application process. So we want to make sure that the floor is clean. Even if you have brand new tile, it's important to be fussy about the cleaning, because you're going to be sealing a floor that's going to last for many years. So we have the CT50, which is a tile and grout cleaner. Does a good job of cleaning the grout in particular, and is also very good at getting out grout haze. Okay, so now that we've cleaned the floor, we still want to take one more step just before we seal it. We'll let the floor dry 3 or 4 hours, make sure the grout and the tile is dry, and then just spend one more time getting off any dust, dirt or hair that may be on the floor before we seal it. Use a flat mop or a Swiffer mop just to pick up any dust or dirt. Okay, so the type of roller you use is very important. You want to use a non-shed 1/4 inch nap roller or a 3/8 inch nap roller. If the tile is very smooth, the grout joints are flush, then the 1/4 inch is better. If you have any wide joints or any depth or any texture on the surface, a 3/8 snap is better. Okay, let's just go over the mixing of the GlazeGuard. This is a quart kit of GlazeGuard gloss. Everything here mixed together will make a quart of product. Comes with an A side and a B side. The mixer ratio is 3 to 1, and then there's a reducer. Let me just open up the kit and show you. So we have the A side, we have the B side, we have a reducer. We mix the A and B together, and then we dilute it or thin it out with this reducer. Everything mixed together makes 32 ounces or 1 quart of material. You want to make sure that you shake up the A side so it's all mixed up, there's nothing settled to the bottom. I actually don't need all that material to do this area here, so I'm going to just split the kit. So I'm going to use half of the A side, 24 ounces, so I'm going to measure out 12. So I'm just going to pour that into my measuring vessel here. There's 12 ounces of A. And this is the B side, 8 ounces. I only want half of it, so I'm going to measure out 4 ounces. So that's easy. And we mix everything together. Now the B side actually is a heavier liquid than the A side, so it tends to sink to the bottom. So spend a little time, make sure, pay close attention to that, and make sure you mix that in for about a minute. Okay, and then the reducer. So as I'm only mixing half of this, I only need half the reducer. And this is not totally critical, you don't have to be exact, but just roughly about ½ an ounce is what I need here. So it's 1 ounce to 1 quart, ½ an ounce if I'm only doing half the kit. Once you add the reducer, just stir that up, and then the product's ready to use.
Got my product, I'm going to pour it in my rolling tray. And we're going to apply.
So this tile has a little bit of a texture to it, so we used a 3/8 nap, something that has a little longer nap to reach down into the grooves and also into the joints.
Now I've applied my sealer and I'm going to finish in one direction. One direction. One direction.
Once it starts to dry, it'll go clear. So it's important to make sure that you cover everything, take your time. When the material's mixed, you have 1.5 hours, 2 hours to use it. So you've got plenty of time to make sure you've got everything covered. Once it starts to go clear, you don't really want to mess with the material. So if you do find that you have missed a spot or missed an area, you just have to wait till it dries and then touch it up later. But the easiest thing is to spend a little time and make sure that you've covered everything before you move on to the next section. So this should last in a residential application about 5 years, commercial 3. Just depends on the traffic, how much foot traffic and the wear and tear. Doesn't really lose its shine, but it can be scratched if you're using, heavy furniture or you drag kitchen appliances, it could be scratched. And in that case, you would come back and you would lightly sand or buff the surface and then reapply a top coat. You don't, in 3 years or 5 years, you don't have to strip this off. You just lightly abrade it and then top coat.
CoverTech manufactures and supplies professional-grade cleaners, stains and sealers for pavers and natural stone, concrete, vinyl tile, and ceramic and porcelain tile. Shipping directly from our warehouse in South Florida to customers in the U.S. and all over the world. Find all of our products online at covertechproducts.com and order today.